So today for Mousetrap Monday, we're going to feature a primitive style trap known as the Tilong bamboo rat trap. This is so simple to build. If you have bamboo, it's just a length of bamboo that has a little node in there, which makes a compartment or a tube for the rat to enter, and then a laterally split piece of bamboo that acts as our spring. This trap was given to me by a fellow YouTuber. He saw that I was doing primitive traps on YouTube, and he said, hey, I have this really cool style trap. They use it in Southeast Asia, South Pacific. It's a traditional trap still used today, and it's great for catching rodents. So he made me these models and sent it over to me, and I'm going to test it out. Now, his name's Mikhail, and he has a YouTube channel, and he goes step by step in one of his videos on how to make this trap. So I'm not going to show you how to make it. Click the link in the description below to see how to make it, but I'll show you how to set this, and then we'll test it out in the barn with motion camera footage to see if it actually works on rats. And he even sent me a smaller version for mice. All this is this piece of bamboo tube here has some holes in it. One of them fits perfectly here for this piece. You string that through, and the way he has this tapered is it's a little thicker on the bottom and it stops right there. Now that's perfect because that will give you a spike to shove into the ground. Now you have your spring right here, the engine for the trap. There's a little notch on the top of that which lines up with the loop of your rope, and you pull that down, and now you have resistance that wants to pull that snare up. Now that snare is run through a hole that goes through the tube, and it can be set so that the mouse or rat that comes in this has its entire neck surrounded by a snare, and when it trips it, this comes up and it's held into place. Now a really special thing is this trigger system. This trigger system is so sensitive. The way he designed this is perfect. There is a little loop in here. I'll do a close-up when we set it so you can see a little better how to set it. But this is just a fixed noose that holds the lever trigger right here, just in place. That wants to trip up and spring, but if you do the second piece in the back, if you catch that right here, this is the little trigger pad, through this slot, and there's a little lip, you hook that on, it will hold it in place. Then you just have to dress your snare right here so that the rat comes through. As they come through to get that, they're caught. So sensitive, such a great trap, such a simple design, easy to build. I'll do a close-up of how to set this. So we have our length of bamboo with the node right there. That forms a natural wall so the rat can't go all the way from the back through here. They can only enter through the front of the trap. Now he cut a slot here to fit our trigger pad. You can see the trigger pad has a little lip right there, so as you put it through the slot, it will hook on the end of that bamboo, and when the rat comes through and pushes it forward, it comes up and releases our snare. Now we have a lever here. This lever has the trigger pad tied on one end and just a little length here that lines up with a loop. This loop fits through two holes in the front, and it's just a fixed loop there that holds this in place. Below that we have our snare right there. So we just put our little trigger pad through the back, hook that little lip in, and this is all set. You just put that snare all the way around so when the rat comes in, his neck is right in the middle of that snare. He wants that bait behind the trigger pad, so as he pushes it, it releases and holds him in place, and that has quite a bit of force. What a great simple style trap. You can also build a scaled down version of this trap to catch smaller animals. This is just the right size for catching mice. Exact same trigger system and design, just a little bit smaller. So let's go set up the mouse size trap and the rat size trap and see if we can catch some animals. We'll use the motion camera footage to see exactly how these work. Let's go set these up in the barn now. Last night was the first night I set up our Tilong bamboo traps, and I am amazed with the results. I went out to check them in the barn this morning, and the smaller trap has a mouse and the larger trap caught a huge rat. They both went in there to get the bait. This trigger system's so light, the second they touched that trigger pad, the trap went off and they were caught around the necks. To release them, you pull down the spring here, that loosens up that snare wire, and you can give them a little tug. Look, he's caught right around the neck. Same with the rat. Much tighter spring, but you just loosen that up, give him a little tug there. Again, right around that neck. His head's all caught in that snare. What a great design. There's a reason these style traps have been used in Southeast Asia, South Pacific for so many years. Traditional people know if you have a little bamboo and a little rope, you can catch rodents. Now again, if you want to learn how to make these style traps step by step, click the link in the description below and that will take you to Mikhail's YouTube video that shows you how to make these traps. He spent a lot of time researching the style trap and he puts the links in his description on the background on where he learned how to make these. He really has the nuances on the trigger systems down, so definitely check out his videos. Some of you may already know Mikhail or follow him on YouTube. His full name is Mikhail Merklif and he sells a product called Amberlit stoves. You can take that backpacking. It's a great little stove. You can heat up your water and your food and you don't need to bring liquid fuel. You can run this stove entirely on wood burning, small sticks. So definitely check out his channel. Thank you so much, Mikhail, for sending me this great trap.